Cyndi Lauper reveals why she's so unusual. Why being single in America will cost you big time. The only makeup brushes you will ever need. Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn, and we're also talking about winter weddings. We're right in the midst of that, and you need great shoes, but it's hard because you can't wear the strappy sandals like you do every other time
walking down the aisle in snow, maybe a strappy sandal, not so good.
So we've got some really good picks for you and your bridesmaids as well.
Also, the Oscar nominations are out, but sometimes a lot of us don't have all the time in the world to see everything that's been nominated.
Unfortunately.
So we have got the list of the must-see Oscar movies coming up.
Forward to that one. All right, well, many times in life, you know, we focus on the negative rather than the positive, like how we hate our hips instead of loving our beautiful smile.
Yes, this year's Golden Globe host and favorite comedian Amy Poehler shares her perspective about accentuating the positive. Now, a fan wrote to Amy admitting she has a lot of trouble absorbing good things people say and focuses more on the negative. She asked Poehler how she can start paying more attention to the positive. Here's Amy's advice.
Try to stop the tape of mean words that we say to ourselves first and give ourselves a break. Be compassionate with ourselves, and then we'll have compassion for other people. Then I would say to kind of accept more positivity in your life. When someone gives you a compliment like you're smart or you're funny or I like your shoes or this is a cool car that you're driving or whatever, try just saying thank you, period. It's really hard to do.
So we would love to hear from you. How do you avoid negativity, and why is it so much easier to say negative things?
It really is.
And allow the attack thoughts to take over.
And she's right about the compliment thing, how it's so hard to accept compliments. And I think with women too, though, we find the negative as ways to bond with each other. If you think about it and you come to the table like, oh, I feel so fat today, versus saying, oh, I look so beautiful today. Like, nobody's gonna, you know.
Because we tend to like to bond over some sort of common enemy. And if it's a negative thought, then that's it.
Sure. Got to change our ways. If you've avoided the online dating game for fear of losing, here's how to win a new shot at romance and maybe even meet your soulmate. First of all, always message with aspiration. I like this one. Use language like, I want to travel, or a big ambition of mine is. This is going to make you look more attractive and attract a potential date. Next, keep your profile short and sweet. A long bio on your profile has an air of desperation to it. And don't post too many photos. Online dating is not the same as Facebooking, so limit it to 5 photos, and please, ones that actually look like you. And list your hobbies, but stick to the basics. So you may love metal detecting or spelunking, but your passion might not go over with the masses. So think things like basketball, soccer, or yoga. And always maintain an air of mystery. The most successful online daters wait up to 24 hours before replying to their online suitors.
If you prefer to skip right to the date part, you should try a new app called Crazy Blind Date from the team behind the online dating site OkCupid. Here's how it works. You find a place you like, then select a desired time. The app then picks 4 people and sends you a photo of each, but the pictures are scrambled, keeping with the blind date concept. Choose the one that interests you, and voila, you've got yourself a date. It's the perfect option for those nights when other plans might fall through and you don't feel like staying at home. If you're wondering about safety, the app only sets up a date in a public place. Crazy Blind Date is different from other dating sites because you cut out all the online chit-chat and you have to meet face-to-face for real conversation.
I like that one. And you might want to go on that blind date when you hear how much it is costing you to stay single. Are you ready for this? The cost of your solo status is about $1 million. Unbelievable, but being single has become a luxury according to bean counters and the IRS. Researchers calculated the tab for income tax, Social Security, and housing, and checking the single box totals about $1 million over a lifetime. Now here's why. More than 1,000 laws provide legal or financial bennies to the married couples. More than half the population, though, suffers from singlism as well. This is discrimination based on marital status. And you can blame the U.S. government for singlism. However, many private companies follow their lead. So why do singles pay more? You know, what's with the pressure to get married? I know, you're right. I mean, you don't have that added, you know, cushion there.
Well, and the government gives you that incentive when you do file your taxes as a married couple. There is some sort of incentive there. So it does cost a lot more to be single in this country.
The way to go about it, though.
But then it costs a lot more to get divorced. Right. So I guess it all evens out in the wash. They say the universe keeps a perfect set of books. How bummed were you when you opened your first paycheck of 2013 and noticed a big chunk missing?
Yeah.
You can thank the Capitol Hill gang and their fiscal cliff for shortchanging you. Never fear, Walmart is here to help you out. The world's largest retailer and biggest employer in in America will be attempting a three-part plan to help jumpstart the economy. The plan includes hiring more than 100,000 military vets in the next 5 years, spending $50 billion to buy more made-in-America merchandise over the next decade, and helping part-time workers move into those full-time positions. The move comes as Walmart tries to do some damage control on its public image after being widely criticized for how they treated some staffers back in 2012.
She is pop music royalty, a passionate philanthropist, and a super mom, and Cyndi Lauper is always having fun, and now you can join in with her.
Hi, I'm Kasia from Poland.
Hi.
Do you know this from Poland? Poland.
To Poland, all right.
And you have a huge fan club in Poland as well.
I do?
Yes, you do.
I should get my butt there.
That is Cyndi on her new docu-soap of a show called Still So Unusual, and she's joining us now to talk about it. Welcome, Cyndi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good morning,
The show
Michelle.
looks great, and it's in a genre of docu-soap. What does that mean? That's a really interesting choice.
Well, it's a reality show. And it's kind of, I kind of wanted to do a scripted comedy, and then my friends said to me, hey, your life is a comedy. So
No
I figured,
script
okay,
needed.
then just do our life, yeah. We went to Cannes in France, the film festival. And
you got to be ready for that.
that was an interesting one because I was supposed to do a gig, and then all of a sudden somebody said, hey, I heard Ron Wood is playing with you. And I said, really? And he didn't know either. But, you know, I didn't care because he's so great. He can play whatever he wants.
Sure.
I'll sing whatever they want, you know. You know, it actually happened, which was kind of a bucket list. And then we went to Coney Island, which is very colorful. And it includes my family and my job and the many things that we do. And this year was a very big year because I put out a memoir. That's on the show. You know, actually the process of choosing the photos and talking to the writer. And also the musical on Broadway, Kinky Boots.
Yeah, I wanted to ask
putting
you
out
about that.
the
I mean,
dance single. Well, we put out a dance single this summer, last summer, and it went to number 6 on the charts, on the dance charts, which is pretty good.
yeah.
And it also, you know, we previewed in Chicago, and that's in the show too. And also, we went to Washington to be an advocate for the gay and transgender homeless kids. And so it was a pretty packed schedule. And then I tried to have a little life too. And I figured, you know, I work so much, it's not bad having your family with you a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and while you're taping the show, I mean, you're living your life, but now that you've seen it back, all edited and put together, what do you think of it?
I think it's funny. You know, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of quirky because we're not a normal family. And I think that it's fun, you know, and you get to, it's colorful.
Hey, that works, right? I mean, true colors coming through
Well,
on the show.
I love color.
Yeah.
No, I love color, and I think it's important to use color as much as you can in your life.
Thank you for your time, Cyndi. I love the show, and I'm sure you will too. You can watch her on Still So Unusual Saturdays on WeTV.
Thin mints, Samoas, tag-alongs, everyone has their favorite Girl Scout cookie. However, you might have a new favorite this year. The Girl Scouts recently introduced a new treat, mango creams with Nutrifusion. Similar to an Oreo, 2 biscuits sealed with icing. Come on. The coconut flavor and the icing gives the appearance of a mango, making them look like a healthy fruit treat. The cookie maker says 3 mango cookies provide 15% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin B1 and 5% of vitamins A, C, D, E, and and B6. The mango creams are not chemically processed and the ingredients are 100% natural. However, critics say a cookie is still a cookie. Boo to you. Everything in moderation, blah, 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 blah. If you're up for something new, try a box. It's for a good cause and it might be a bonus for your health too.
And I like when they make the ice creams that come out shortly after. They're delicious. Best. And that certainly makes it hard to stay on track, right? So instead of promising to keep up with impossible weight loss goals, why not focus on a health and wellness game plan? Fitness expert Andrea Metcalf has the perfect solution.
Hi, I'm fitness expert Andrea Metcalf. You know, the new year marks a new beginning for millions of Americans who have made resolutions to lose weight, exercise more, or tackle a tough habit to kick. Although these resolutions are set with good intentions, they can be tough to keep. Instead of looking for a quick fix, choose a diet plan that you can stick with. Atkins has a new line of indulgent, low-carb entrees made with whole food ingredients, no added fillers or preservatives, for under 400 calories. Now, workout's important, and when you start working out, injuries can often cut your efforts short. Dr. Scholl's have active series insoles help relieve and prevent pain from common sports injuries, including shin splints, runner's knee, and plantar fasciitis. You'll love Green Mountain's new Wellness Brewed K-Cup packs. These innovative beverages are packed with antioxidants and vitamins, making it easy to enjoy the perfect combination of smart choices and great taste. For more tips on keeping your New Year's resolutions, visit AndreaMetcalf.com.
Keeping secrets, it might be doing more damage than you realize. Here is how lying actually affects your health. Secrets put you on edge, so when you're keeping a secret, you mentally store it away so you don't reveal any tidbit at the wrong moment. But the problem is, all your efforts keep that lie or secret front and center in your mind. Secrets can also affect your waistline, believe it or not. In a recent study, people revealed some of their biggest secrets on paper, like cheating on a spouse or on their diet. The overall effect, just reflecting on the secret, made physical activity seem harder. And secrets distract you. Think of it as the bathroom equivalent of a dripping faucet. The study group asked to keep a secret completed a computer test slower than the group without one.
Still more to come here on Life Love Shopping. I need to tell you a secret. You've been blow drying your hair all wrong all this time.
Say it isn't so.
Yes, tips and tricks for a salon blowout at home.
And find out which films you absolutely must see before Oscar Comes Calling coming up next. But first, we're taking a look at some of the top-selling luxury watches in the U.S. Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. If you're ready to break up with your blow dryer, slow your roll because you might be blow drying your hair all wrong. So put down the round brush in the Conair and listen up. The biggest mistake most people make is using a metal brush. The metal varieties heat up way too fast, making your hair way too hot. That's why your hair looks flat 1 minute and then frizzy an hour later. So look for a round brush with a mix of nylon and boar bristles. And remember, it's all in the angle, so make sure your brush is vertical and your hair dryer is horizontal. Instead of blow drying everything under, you should blow forward and back. It's the same with a curling iron. You want to keep it vertical and wrap the hair horizontally. And don't forget, create tension. One of the most important steps is drying taut sections of hair. It's essential for getting a smooth look. So go over each section of hair at least 10 times and make sure you get to the root, creating tension with the brush.
Whether you're a makeup guru or new to the makeup world, here are the only makeup brushes you will ever need in your makeup bag. Number one on your list should be a brush for foundation. Sponges are a big waste of money and foundation. A foundation brush creates the most even finish with less product than a sponge. Next up, you should always have a brush for blush and bronzer. Get a big fluffy blush to set powder or bronzer on larger areas like your forehead and your neck. And you have to have a good eyeshadow brush. For more detail, use a smaller brush. It offers a light, precise application, perfect for dusting shadow over the eye. If you want to do more contouring, look for a shadow brush with a dome shape.
And let's be honest, those big books of brushes, I don't even know what to do with half of them.
They're great. They look wonderful, but they're a big waste.
Yeah, you only use it. Yes. Well, the Oscar nominations have been announced.
And Jessica Reyes from our news partner, The Daily Buzz, has the only movies you should see before Hollywood's biggest night. Hey, Jess.
That's right, ladies. The next big awards set to take place are the Oscars, and that's why today I'm telling you what you need to watch to keep you in the know. First up, Lincoln.
been spilt to afford us this moment now.
It's as good, as relevant, and as Daniel Day-Lewis is great. Plus, with 12 nominations, it's going to win something. Now, next up is this one.
I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living.
Anne Hathaway is amazing in this emotional musical, and as if you needed an excuse to watch Bradley Cooper, there's it.
I feel motivated. I don't feel so angry all the time. The whole time you're rooting for this Hemingway guy to survive the war and to be with the woman that he loves.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning, Pat.
With 8 nominations, including nods for Bradley and Jennifer Lawrence, this is also a must-see. For more celeb buzz, check me out weekday mornings on The Daily Buzz.
The new year brings new beginnings, including the opportunity to buy a new home. Dr. Leslie Reisner joins us to reveal the trends of the housing market. Leslie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Andrea. It's great to be here.
How has the real estate landscape changed?
We are seeing significant changes, like in consumer behavior in general post-recession. We're seeing that people are on the move now and they're buying differently than they have in the past.
What do you think are the key home buyer behaviors you're seeing most today?
Okay, I teamed up with the RA to look at some of these shifts in behavioral change, and what we found is multi-generational living. People are much more inclined now to live 2 families per home, whereas in the past that wasn't something that we were seeing as much. Today we're seeing parents buying homes with children. Children may not be able to purchase homes because they don't have the money. Parents may have eroded savings, so they're more likely to buy homes with their children as well. We're seeing downsizing. We're not interested in the huge homes necessarily, and we're also not buying as much of the fixer-uppers. We're buying homes that are ready to move in. And people are also looking to buy homes that are specific to their needs. In the past, actually before the real estate boom, you heard a lot of purchasing for the purpose of investment. We're not seeing that as much. We're seeing targeted buying, meaning that if you need a home in a great school district, that's where you're going to focus your energies on purchase.
And why is it important to understand these behaviors?
So important because if the consumer knows exactly what he or she needs, then it's much easier for the real estate broker to help meet those needs. A well-educated consumer is a smart consumer, is a consumer that has narrowed down the possibilities, that knows exactly what is going to make them feel good and to be happy. And it's also easier for the broker. If the broker has a good sense of what the consumer needs, the broker can better meet the needs of the individual.
Thanks, Leslie. For more info, just head to our website.
There's still more to come on Life Love Shopping. The perfect winter wedding shoes you can wear down the aisle and at the office coming up next.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. We are in the midst of winter wedding season, and you can't have a dress without the perfect pair of shoes.
Oh yeah, and a lot of brides do the pictures of the shoes as well, so you know they gotta look good. And strappy sandals might be great in July.
True.
Not so much when it comes to walking down the aisle in snow. So here are some really good options for all of you winter brides and bridesmaids out there. The Ravish Pump by Steve Madden. This is cute. The pink patent leather. It's a great look for bridesmaids too. The bonus, they can wear it again since that color is perfect for springtime. You could also try the Norella Flats from Kate Spade. More often than not, your beautiful heels are going to get lost under that giant gown, right? So why not be comfortable? True. These flats have the sparkle factor of Dorothy's ruby red slippers. Or you could try these pointy flats from Melissa Trippi. These are perfect for bridesmaids, especially with the $70 price tag. The bow is a nice dainty touch, and they would work at the office as well. And if you can't do flats, then these Alice and Olivia mirror heels, yeah, those are fabulous. They've got a glam vibe, even with a closed toe. Plus, they're perfect for a night out on the town.
Now, Michelle, for your wedding, what kind of shoes did you wear?
Mine were low. First of all, I made sure they were only like 3-inch heels, and they were the strappy kind, and they had, you know, some sparkle on them. And actually, they've been in 2 more weddings since mine. They've been the something borrowed for people, so
perfect.
It worked out well.
Okay, so then they've been used and not sitting in a box
Exactly,
somewhere.
because you don't wear them again.
True.
90% of the time.
If you are planning to walk down the aisle, check out these great wedding apps to help you create the perfect day and avoid all the pitfalls, like managing your budget. The Wedding Budget app will help you keep track of how much everything costs, plus what percentage of your budget you have left to spend.
Right.
It's good to keep track of that.
That's important.
Side note to brides, the average wedding costs $27,000.
Unbelievable.
Another planning pitfall, managing all the details. The Knott's Ultimate Wedding Planner app, it helps you keep track of all the guests who've RSVP'd. It also helps you stay on point with your to-do list. And if you're at a loss for a wedding dress, it also provides gown inspiration. 800 brides have given this app a glowing review. Another stressful task, registering for gifts. Wedding Scan lets you scan items from any store so you can edit and organize your registry. Gives your guests more options and price ranges, and it ultimately gives you a more complete registry, because there's nothing worse than trying to track down items in a store you're not familiar with and then getting there and figuring out somebody else has already bought it.
Yeah, and I know people who, like, they create this registry and it's all super expensive stuff, which is not cool because you're not giving any options to people. And honestly, I mean, not many people do registries anymore anyway, so maybe contribute to a honeymoon. It's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
Well, coming up tomorrow on Life Love Shopping, we know gluten-free is all the rage, but is it the right choice for you? We're going to find out. And moms, make sure you tune in tomorrow as well, because we are trying out the best mom-approved products to hit the market in 2013.
Here at Life Love Shopping, we want to connect with you when we're not on TV. You can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page, follow us, and tweet us on Twitter at Life Love Shop. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.